Bevor wir zu dem Preisträger kommen, kommen wir zum Laudator und auch bei dem ist es so, dass er ein eigenes Unternehmen gegründet hat, nachdem er zuvor auch durchaus Konzernstrukturen kennengelernt hat. Er hat über Enterprise 2.0 schon zahlreiche Bücher geschrieben, als viele noch nicht im Entferntesten daran dachten, als es zum Beispiel diesen Preis auch noch gar nicht gab. Jetzt berät er mit seinem eigenen Unternehmen andere Firmen bei diesem Übergang in Enterprise 2.0 in eine neue Medien- und Kommunikationswelt. Heißen Sie sehr herzlich willkommen, den Geschäftsführer von W, Dr. Willms Buhse.
To start the story where I kind of got connected to the winner was actually without him. It started that I was invited to a big car manufacturer in southern Germany. Die Minister was not Volkswagen. And they flew in someone from the Silicon Valley and me, and you know, we had a briefing meeting to educate the top 30 managers of this car maker about what's going on with the internet business. And so I had a briefing meeting with the head of strategy and the head of IT. We were sitting together and they gave me some guidelines and sort of their expectations towards this workshop with their CEO. And afterwards I was asked, what are your ideas? And I said, you know, there's a company in the US that also builds cars. And in fact, they develop cars in about 18 months, not in 5 to 7 years, as you do. And they work with about 25,000 people, which contribute to the development of the car. And I said, yeah, that sounds familiar. But they're not employed. They don't even get money. The designers and engineers only use the internet to collaborate and to invent this new car. They never meet in person. And there are no secrets. Everything is developed open, as open source on the internet. Yes, no Erlkönig. And they don't even hide when there are problems, when there are errors or construction mistakes. They publish it on the internet, and on YouTube you can see their test drives and see whether it works or not. So they openly talk about their mistakes. And still, these cars drive safely on the street and are being sold. And by the way, the customers are actually building the cars themselves over 2 weekends, if they like, together with some engineers. And I said, yes, that's what the furniture industry said when IKEA came around. So the CIO and the head of strategy looked at me and said, Dr. Buhse, we forbid you to talk about this concept in front of our CEO. And I said, apparently there is something with this concept. And it reminded me of a situation when I was working in New York in the music industry, and the music manager said, Napster? No, people want quality. You know, people will always want to hold something physical in their hands when they consume music. No, this CD is not going away. And what scared me in that moment was that if people stop learning. I don't even suggest that they adopt this model to 100%, because then you're out of business. No, but to learn from this model and to listen and understand what can we probably adapt for our business. That is the least that I expect from an organization and from an industry that wants to be fit for the future. So, who is this person that came around with nearly everything different than the traditional car industry does today? He turns everything upside down, from design, construction to manufacturing and customer loyalty program. He's like a tornado in Arizona conquering the world of automotive. And he wants to make a difference. And he grew up, if you want, with fuel in his veins. He graduated in Harvard, so he knows also something about the business, I hope. And he was with the Marines, where I think he also learned about leadership, especially in difficult situations. And when you talk to him, and I highly recommend to take the chance and talk to him afterwards, you realize that he keeps on asking questions. He is so curious. I've never met a person who is so curious and interested in every person he talks to. You know, you really get an answer from him, which I really like. He's very curious and at the same time with a great humility. And, you know, he has built a company with only 25 employees, but he impacts the automotive industry on a global scale with 25,000 people in an online community from 122 countries. And in fact, there are more people in Romania contributing to locomotives than people from Germany. And this makes me think if we probably missed something. In Germany, we invented the car. Jay Rogers takes the automotive industry to the internet age. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome and give a big hand to the winner in the category Manager and Pioneer in the Digital Age, Jay Rogers.